We're joined today by the guy in the chair. You might have forgotten about him. Might have even forgotten his name.
Yeah,
we've had some guests.
Might have forgotten my name, which no one knew.
They do. The second you were out of the podcast room, we said, "That son of a gun!"
That's a hard name to call.
Yeah, but we watched The Iron Claw. Boy, is it sad. Hudson hasn't seen it, but
is it sad?
I didn't.
This guy loses all of his brothers, and hey, I got a brother that I'm quite fond of, but it didn't even make me even shed a tear.
No, it didn't make me cry. And the only sad scene, apparently, because Ava said she cried during this movie, is Zac Efron at the end is one of apparently 6 brothers because they left one out.
Yeah.
And he's crying watching his 2 sons play football in the yard. And they come over and they're like, "We'll be your brother's dad." But Zac Efron just looks so freaking weird now.
It's hard.
Couldn't even be upset for the guy.
He got in a car crash, didn't he?
No.
Okay, for one, I think I saw him say he slipped
in his
kitchen, busted on the countertop.
Regardless, it was an accident that changed his face.
I think
That's
it's
a botched
it's a
Hudson.
fugazi. It's a fairy dust.
That's botched operation right there.
Yeah,
what was he trying to go for?
I don't know. My problem with thinking
he looks like half Lufrino, half Hulk.
He was always so handsome. What would he need?
That's what I was about to
He had
what
a
was he
great
going for?
jawline.
What was he?
I think he wanted more jaw.
No
More
way.
jaw.
No way.
Now he needs to make his chin bigger to make up for more jaw.
Yeah, he could be like Jay Leno.
How big his head would be at that point.
He could look like the Crimson
Fantastic. Yeah, I hope he keeps getting work done.
Speaking of what?
You see some celebrities, it'll be before and after their plastic surgery, and they still look like they have some confidence walking down the red carpet.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do.
They look like marionettes or something from a scary movie.
I
what they were
think that
going
they
for.
do. They don't see themselves like you see them.
Have you seen
Like
the
when they
twin
look in the
brothers?
mirror, they're like, "Oh, thank God, I got rid of that wrinkle," and you're like, "God dang,
You're a monster.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen those twin brothers that I'm thinking of?
Twin brothers."
They look the exact same before they had plastic surgery, and now they don't look anything like a human being, but they still look the exact same.
But they got the same surgeries the whole time.
Yeah, I guess they're like, "Hey, dude, I'm balling out on this. You got to get
But
it
are
too."
they famous?
For that.
Yeah. Y'all just riff for a little bit.
Have you seen the guy? There's a guy that turned himself into Ken.
And a Ken guy?
Yeah, like a Ken doll.
I've
There's a
seen the Barbie girl.
Yeah, there's a Ken guy.
And that is disgusting.
There's an Asian guy that tried to make himself into Justin Bieber.
The Bogdanov
There you
brothers.
go.
Not well. Needless to say.
People at home, you can look up the Bogdanov
I
brothers.
know them. I've seen their picture. They
Yeah.
look good.
Yeah, they look nice.
Let me see these guys.
They looked fine before. It's weird.
They look like normal dudes.
Oh my God.
It's
They were
weird.
handsome before. Now
That's
they look
what-
like Christopher Walken.
No, they look
You
like
know, like that
someone.
Mother
They're
movie or
bobbleheads
something? Was it Mom or Mother? You know when you
Doesn't
finally see Mother at the end of that movie with the kids and she wants them as their children?
Talking about the Jennifer Lawrence movie?
Mother or Mom? No, it's not that one. It's another
one's
one.
Mother.
But they finally reveal the mom at the end and they look like her.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm
Shoot.
Wait. Is that the...
You're king of creep.
I don't
Wait.
know
Is
what
that
that
the one in
movie
the
is.
cave underneath the house?
Maybe.
I don't know. You're gonna... you need more detail next
Yeah,
time.
you're not getting
tough.
very good
I'm
at
going to
that.
try and find it during the intro.
All right.
The intro button's gone.
Movie
The
night.
intro button's gone.
Oh, no. The button's gone.
Movie night. Movie night. Movie night, ain't no doubt. We about to watch one movie night. Turn it on, gotta get it started. Let's watch a movie tonight. 'Cause movie nights are always the best of times. Got to keep on
Got to keep on watching, and that we do, folks.
That we do. All my buttons are gone on this thing.
What happened to your machine?
I don't know. It's a darn shame though, but I mean we're cooking with Crisco.
Well, shout out to Ava for suggesting this movie.
Yeah, do we want to shout her out for this? I mean, I could have waited till
So I will never watch this movie again.
A24 Films. Oh, I didn't do a plot summary or a rating. I got my rating.
All right, let's give it a rating really quick.
Okay.
Ready?
1, 2, 3, 7.2. I feel like that's what Addie rated it as well.
You know what's funny about Addie's rating is on the way home, I said to Caitlin and Taylor, I said, I'd rate that about 7.2.
Yeah.
Then Addie sent in a 7.2. I was like, damn. I said, I hope that doesn't make Zach change
Say
his
7.2.
rating. No, I was hoping you wouldn't see it and be like, I can't say that because that's what Addie said.
Oh.
That means it got 7.2s all across
All the way
board.
around. I wonder what Ava would have
It's a
rated.
7.2. The movie's not bad. I never want to see it again.
It doesn't
Ava
flow
watched
weird
it.
or anything.
It was probably like a relatively good movie as far as like film standards and bullshit goes.
You're just like, well, first of all, I kind of knew going in what happened to these brothers. So I'm kind of sitting there like, they're all going to die. And I was wondering what you thought was going to be like. Ava said this movie was sad going in.
Okay. So what I thought was going to happen, because you were like, oh, you don't know what happens, and Ava said it was sad, and I was like, oh, so this is like a real deal thing. At first, I didn't even know it was a real movie.
Plane crash.
Then I realized, oh shit, something happens, and I'm expecting kind of like a Chris Benoit situation.
Whole family.
Yeah.
I was thinking the dad was going to snap.
The dad
he was
is a
gonna be
total trash.
pissed that they didn't bring home the championship. I thought like he was starting to get mad, like Zac Efron's character, and then Zac Efron's character looked like he might could snap.
Yeah.
I thought anyone might just snap and go ballistic. Turns out they just snapped on themselves.
Yeah. Then there is like, okay, so what was the first brother who died? His name? Tall guy. David. So David, first brother that dies, well, they're really just like, they're all big kids and they're all trying to like pursue being a world heavyweight champion. But their dad is pushing them to like crazy levels to get there. And that's like all the dad cares about. So David like kind of earns his stripes and he's in the running to be world champion. He's taking steroids and his intestines burst.
Ah, is that what happened?
That's what they said. His intestines
because
burst.
of steroids?
I don't know if that was due to steroids. That might be one of the warnings when taking it, but I couldn't really tell
I
you.
bet that's on the label.
Yeah. At least they do it with nicotine.
Yeah.
Hey, this causes cancer. I don't care.
I liked it at first when it was nice, but so that guy dies. Then he dies in Japan when he has a chance at the title belt. So he finally gets his like chance and he's touring the world and he's supposed to wrestle with Ric Flair. Well, he dies in the process of like promoting it in real life. And so then the other brothers are also professional wrestlers and his dad's like, hey guys, someone's got to take David's chance to get the title.
Like the same day he died, like the day of
after
the
the
funeral.
he said, now it's between you two. You two both wrestle. One of y'all's got to step up. And they're both like, I want to do it. And then he's like, well, flip a coin.
They both wrestle each other to see who's going to do it?
No, they flip
No,
a
they
coin
flip
for
a
it,
coin.
but they're... Well,
That's
first,
kinda weird.
Zac Efron's, like, supposed to be the main guy. And he's getting pissed off because all of his brothers are kind of taking
Are they
his
all
opportunity.
supposed to be big people?
Yeah.
Zac Efron is okay. That's actually one of my complaints is...
They're supposed to be like 6'2",
Jeremy-
I was about to say,
6'3".
isn't
What's
it
his name? He's
Jeremy
like
Allen White?
5'6".
Jeremy Allen White, yeah.
He's small, isn't he?
And
Damn.
he got like pretty
Jaw.
jacked for him, but like
Well, you're
I was
jacked,
looking at
but
these
you're
brothers
small.
and they're all like 6'2"
Yeah.
and like I mean
Big.
bigger than Zac Efron.
Yeah.
And Zac
Yeah,
Efron
they look like Hulk Hogan.
Zac Efron could get by, but like they said he's 6'2", and you're like, that's Zac Efron. We know he's like 5'8".
5'8".
And then he's like
He's a Hollywood 5'10", which really means he's like a Tom Cruise 5'8".
the David and then the other brother, they were like good cast. You want to know why? Because they were nobodies. So like they
Oh,
were,
I love a good nobody cast, and the David guy was probably my favorite
Yeah,
character.
he was a likable
He made me
character.
laugh.
Yeah.
Shoo-ba-doo, shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was like the only funny
That
part.
was some
but-
shit we would do.
Yeah. Oh man, if we had to like, so they're doing like this like advertisement for WWE, like when you see like Ric Flair being like,
Yeah.
and next Sunday when I get you in the ring, I'm gonna kill you. And so something like that.
I was gonna say you should do a promo,
That'd be sick, yeah.
What?
like right now.
You could do better than that.
All right, how about this?
Yeah, give me a scenario.
You got a wrestling match against Bandito Suarez,
Oh,
and,
this is a match for the ages.
yeah, and he's been known to, behind the scenes, beat people down so that he can get their match. And now
so-
that's how he's earned a title fight against you.
Against me, and I'm currently, what's my belt?
You're
You're
like
the heavyweight champion of the world.
Heavyweight champion of the world. Thank you. Thank
Next
you.
Sunday, the WWE Championship of the World. What do you have to say?
Bandito Suarez, I've been looking at you. I've been seeing what you're doing behind the scenes, and I'll tell you what, buddy, I am sick of it. So next Wednesday at 8 p.m., when the lights go down, I will destroy you. I will destroy your family, and I will make sure that the Bandito never steals again. This is my title, my ring, and my championship to win.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was nice. Never started.
That's funny.
Okay. Do you want to go?
Sure. All right, I'm gonna be fighting Rattlesnake Jake.
What's your wrestler name? It seems like you're in character right now.
Yeah. You look like a rattlesnake, Jake,
Longhorn
right now.
Johnson.
Longhorn Johnson.
Sounds kind of porny.
you look kind of porny too.
I thought I looked like the brothers. This is what they were in their promo.
In a strange, well-lit room.
All right, Longhorn Johnson. What do you got to say to Rattlesnake Jake about this upcoming fight?
Rattlesnake Jake, next weekend, next Saturday, I'm coming for you. I know that you think that you're the king of America, but I'm America's champion. I know you think that you're all country because you're from Arizona. Well, I'm here from Texas where everything's bigger, Jake. And I have it on good authority. Last election, you voted Democrat. So next Sunday, I'm throwing you out of the ring, Jake.
I think we could kill this part.
That part.
We'd be like Logan
That's
Paul.
all it is.
The guy who did Ric Flair was probably the worst.
Oh, Abel was like, I love the Ric Flair. I was like, you must not
haven't
have
seen
seen
Ric
Ric Flair.
You must not know Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Woo! He was
must
doing all
not
that
know
stuff. He
that
looked
boy.
lame. Like if I saw,
Ric Flair is supposed to be a beast.
well,
I'm a diamond ring wearing, diamond necklace wearing, kiss stealing son of a gun. Woo!
did he even woo?
I think he did once. And I'm getting tired of holding these alligators down on my feet.
Yeah, I like that. The sad thing about us growing up is we didn't get diamond wearing, Rolex wearing Ric Flair.
No,
we got like pancreatic cancer.
We got like alcohol,
Oxygen mask wearing.
liver spot, Ric Flair.
What were
man.
they doing carting him out there when we were growing up?
Oh man,
He
like
had to be like 7 years old.
Nah, he was all right when we were younger.
But okay,
I think
so
by
when
the time
I got,
we saw him,
well,
it was bad.
You want to play my other game about the wrestlers?
Yeah, but let's just talk about. Do y'all remember seeing Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels' final
Yes.
fight when Ric
Yeah.
Flair's covered in blood and he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"I'm so sorry." He's like, "I love you," and then kicks Ric Flair in the
Yeah.
head.
Actually, let's give that.
That was real.
Gives the Shawn Michaels 2-time.
Let's
Yeah.
give that a second. I'll read my plot summary.
Okay.
Based on the true story of the professional wrestling family, the Von Erichs, this movie takes the saddest story of all time and makes it impossible to cry, but rather riddles you with depression. Just as it seems the Von Erichs' life cannot get any worse, it does. Every brother except one dies during their quest to bring the World Heavyweight Championship belt home, and let me tell you, it's worth it. There's no feeling like holding that belt.
Nothing was in vain.
So then, okay, so the one guy dies in Japan. And then they're like, one of y'all's got to step up. So Lip, Jeremy Allen White.
Lip.
Yeah, let's call him Lip.
Yeah, I like that better.
He gets the chance to wrestle him. He wins the World Heavyweight Championship.
Against Ric Flair.
Yeah, in real life, too. And so then...
this is like the WWF.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think at the time it was the WWF.
They're not affiliated with the WWF yet, but they're like one
When
of
they're
the
fighting
groups.
So this is like
They were.
a young.
No,
Ric
he's one of the
Flair.
groups that got absorbed by the WWE to like make it bigger.
Ric Flair's as well?
No, Ric Flair was with the WWF.
Yeah,
They
yes.
were like,
So when they wrestled Ric Flair, they were in the WWF.
yeah, okay, during that match.
Yeah, and so he wins. He comes home. He's excited. He's got the World Heavyweight Championship belt. He's drinking. He says he can't come down from this high. He goes out for a ride on his motorcycle. Gets in an accident.
Yeah.
So then he gets up, and you can see he's all scratched up, and he grabs his crutches, and he's hobbling along, and he comes around the corner, and he lost his leg. right after winning
Yeah,
the
from like
championship.
half the shin down, they cut off his leg.
And it was like back to back to back to back stuff about depression, like depressing shit. Couldn't even get sad about it. It was crazy. This
It's
is
just
real.
too much.
And when
Oh,
he
my
like showed up with no
goodness.
leg, I was like, oh my god, I can't do this.
Yeah,
dude.
and I thought I knew this story. Certainly didn't. Then the musician of the group, Michael, who the dad is just shitting on the whole time. The dad would rate
in
his
hilarious
sons.
fashion.
It was very funny.
And
I was cracking
him
up the
being
whole
like,
time.
everyone knows my favorite is
Michael.
Michael. Then it's Steve. Then
Michael was definitely last.
Yeah.
I forget Zac Efron's name.
Me and Olivia were watching that One Tree Hill, and whenever I was watching it with you, I realized that Dan is like the best character because he just like craps on everybody.
yeah, he's
Dan is
hilarious.
classic, dude.
And ever since then, every scene he's in is hilarious because he's just like, "Hey, you're an asshole."
I think I didn't appreciate. So when we were younger, we watched One Tree Hill with our sisters. That's our excuse still to this day. But I think I just thought Dan was a jerk. But then when I watched it with you, and you were like, "Oh yeah, me and Olivia are watching One Tree Hill," I was like, I was watching Dan in full fashion. I was like, "This is the funniest shit I've ever heard."
He's
He's
classic.
like, "You're just pointless." So you need some of those characters in the show.
Yeah.
really do.
He was a good character.
Especially when they're all sappy.
Yeah, but Dan hasn't danned
Yeah.
done the deed.
Oh no, I saw him kill his brother. Yeah,
Oh, really? In the
Yeah.
school shooting?
yeah, he's still hilarious.
Didn't
Well,
they
now
get
it's
Drake?
just sad.
No, that was Degrassi. They got Drake.
Nobody got Drake yet.
I wish Drake was in more. What would those be called? Soaps.
I get teen dramas.
Yeah, I don't think
Teen
he's gonna
drama.
do that again.
Yeah,
I could see him in 20 years.
He could do whatever the hell he
could
wanted right
totally
now.
do that.
He could just do teen dramas for the rest of his life.
Well, I think he was just trying to get famous, and he used that to launch his rap career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a crazy story. Good for him.
Good for Drake.
But yeah, so then everything's kind of going to shit. And now they're running out of brothers, and the whole thing is like, we're the Von Erichs. Eric's family. Like, we're brothers, we're a tag team group, like, we need two people in the ring. So they start training the musician, who's a little scrawny lad, probably 6'4", but scrawny. He's in practice, they're practicing. He finally gets, like, a real match. He goes down and his shoulder weird, screws him up real bad. He's screaming bloody murder in the ring. They go do soldier surgery on him. He, like, goes into shock or something, is in a coma.
What?
And then he gets out of the coma, but he's not right.
Yeah.
He was like,
It was terrible.
He's like brain dead.
he's like looking off. Like, I mean, he did a great job as an actor because he looked like something
Like
was
he got
wrong.
lobotomized.
Yeah, but he was like still a little bit there. Like,
And he got a little bit better, but they like interviewed him like
when
seconds.
you getting back in the ring? I'll be back in the ring soon.
It was like that.
You heard it here first, folks.
It's Sunday.
It was crazy.
So
And
then he goes and he tries to play his guitar, which is like his real passion, but he can't really tell that to his dad.
Yeah.
So he's trying to play his guitar. He can't play it the same he did before. He eats a lot of pills, kills himself. That's a tough one.
and then
Lip.
yeah, Carrie, which is Lip, he was able to keep wrestling with one leg. I think he became world champion.
You know, no one knew in the WWF that he had one leg.
Oh wow!
What?
So he like tied it up in a boot,
And he was in severe pain, like just nub on boot.
and so
That's insanity.
It was like a
Yeah.
prosthetic foot,
Yeah.
but he just went nub to prosthetic.
I don't think he ever
Without-
went world heavyweight again, but he did go. Well, how did they not know that? Because he was world heavyweight champion when he lost his leg.
Yeah, true.
So he was like, maybe he was like, I got in a motorcycle accident and can't wrestle.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we'll take the belt. And then like he
They
came back
had
a
to
year
have
later.
known, dude. There's no way I'm meeting a dude with one leg, especially that's like trying to hide it with some like jankiness and like in pain and being like, yeah, that guy's got two legs. Like,
would you know?
yeah,
Like,
how
just a
would
guy-
I
you
know?
would- every time you see a
everyone
guy
that
with
you
a
met
leg-
everyone you meet, you would assume had two legs.
The second I'm like, all right, go ahead and hop in that ring, and he's like, all right.
he doesn't do
I
that.
think he obviously trained to
walked
where
pretty
he could.
normal.
He must have gotten pretty good at it.
There, you would know.
No. You're saying like every guy you see walking around with a limp, you're like, he's missing one of those.
No, but if I'm in business with someone, like my coworker,
If they were in
and
wrestling,
it's
you would
a-
assume, oh, that guy's in pain. He just got hurt last week.
if I'm playing baseball with something, you're on a baseball team, right? And one kid has a prosthetic leg, you're gonna know.
Well, that's because he's a kid and he's like, hey, I got a prosthetic.
Yeah, I don't think he's
All right,
hiding it
you're
as
on a
well.
grown man's beer league. You're gonna know.
This
I
guy
don't
was
know.
hiding it so he could he
Keep
could stay
wrestling.
Yeah,
relevant.
yeah,
they were
yeah.
probably like, oh, if you got no leg, you're useless. You might as well.
You could have spun that crazy though. You could have made him peg like Petey, and you could have ruined that all the way.
Or
home.
just made it like if nobody knew. That sounds like one of the greatest like see you laters in all of WWF.
What?
They took off his leg. It's like it's gone.
That would have been all time.
Yeah, that would be one of the
Someone
craziest
hits a
scenes of all
finisher move
WWF.
and like leg locks him and
Oh,
breaks
right in
off
the
his
leg and it just falls
yeah,
off.
and it just falls
Vince
off.
McMahon would definitely have pulled some shit.
Vince McMahon is classic.
Yeah,
Some of
he's
the
all
others,
time.
like some of the old clips I see with Vince McMahon, crazy. Like Booker T. Washington, he said the N word to Booker T.
I remember
Washington,
that.
and then they just like Booker T. like he like struts off like he did something, and Booker T's like,
That shit's hilarious.
they were so funny. All right, let's play your game.
And then and then Carrie, that's Lip. At this point, 2 have died. The one that first got like
The oldest
steroids,
one, and then the musician.
and then the musical one, and then Carrie, he lost his leg already, and then he continued to wrestle, and I think he won the Intercontinental Championship or
Something.
something
He had
like
the
that.
belt.
So he was still had success
Hmm.
with one leg, but I think he had like CTE or something.
He was
And then
he was in pain all the time, and he was definitely on some drugs.
Yeah.
And like they went back for Christmas, and Carrie like gives their dad's a total chotch, but he's got this whole like display of like pistols and guns, like all these special guns, and Carrie gives him like a super special gun. And the dad's like, okay, cool, thanks. And he like puts it in the display, and Carrie's like, you're not gonna shoot it? He's like, no, we got company over. It's Christmas. Like, we're not going to shoot it right now. And he's like, if you get a good new gun, you shoot it. And he flips, and that's when you know he's like off the rails.
And then Carrie ends up shooting that gun. Right?
Straight through.
No, he
his tongue.
shoots himself in the
Noggin.
chest.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, one of the brothers. that
Crazy
he-
way to do it.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
You're really gonna
If you
take
aim
your
for the
chances
heart
on
well
that?
enough.
That's how they do it in One Tree Hill, and that's how I always thought that.
Who was
Oh
that?
yeah, you go straight to the
What's his
noggin.
name? Jimmy something.
Oh, Jimmy shoots himself in the chest.
Yeah, it's the scene where and then
Kinda
Dan
makes-
picks up the gun and kills.
Oh
Keith.
wow.
But he shoots himself like in the chest, and it's like
Jimmy, forget that character.
Yeah,
He's not a big
kind of
character.
he's hardly in it.
He's-
He's,
yeah.
like
He's in,
Mouth.
like, the
Is
first-
that the guy's
yeah,
name?
yeah.
His friend.
he's like Mouse homie
Mouth was tight.
in the beginning, and then he just kind of like trails off, and then like
Shoots
second
himself in the
season
chest.
or something. He comes back in. He's like, "You all forgot about me."
Yeah, we did,
And you're
Jimbo.
like, "Oh, I totally did." And then it's like, "I'm doing this because of you."
Wait, so Jimmy was the shooter,
yeah.
and then
But he didn't kill anyone besides himself.
oh,
Why'd he kill himself at school?
Because he's not right in the head, and he's brought a gun
he
to
wanted
school.
them to
and
remember.
He shot it off, and he was scared, and then he kills himself.
That was a good high school drama.
Great high school drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I've
a
been
great
very into it.
Yeah, I know,
that one in
Tree Hill is
Dawson's
just
Creek.
Smoke.
Wait, so are you watching it for the first time?
Oh yeah,
Oh wow.
first timer.
I don't even. I mean, the whole thing, the school shooting's got to be like the biggest thing. That's the only thing I mainly remember from it. A couple
Yeah,
of
that
car
Oh no,
accidents.
there's a good. Have they
Yeah, they
played in
go
the
through
high
a
school
lot.
championship basketball game?
They have, yeah.
And what happened in
with the
Nathan?
gangsters? We're on
What were you
like
gonna say with them?
we're on season. We're after that. So Nathan, they're all grown up now. It's like after college or whatever.
Ah,
And Nathan,
what's he doing with his career?
He's like in a wheelchair. He like
He got in a
yeah,
fight.
yeah, yeah,
got
Yeah,
thrown
remember in
into
high
water.
school he got like he was shaving points.
yeah.
But it was pretty cool.
That was real cool. Real cool. thing
Real
he
cool
did.
thing to do.
And it
Lucas was, like,
uh,
dude, stop
dude,
effing this up. And then he would just had to nail threes.
Was
Lucas.
it-
And then he got Nathan screwed because he won the game.
It was Rick Fox. Rick
Yeah,
Fox
yeah,
was
the
the
Laker.
gangster. Yeah, when he came on the
Well-
screen, I was like, that dude looks like he's play. That
Well,
dude
I
looks
actually
familiar.
didn't know Rick Fox was a Laker. I knew him from Holes. I always thought
He was in Holes.
he was Smooth or whatever the guy whose shoes he steals.
Oh yeah.
And then he's like in it at the end again.
yeah,
I don't remember him in Holes.
he was in there. Faint or very
Zero from
shortly.
Holes is kind of around still.
He's
doing
I
what?
see
what's
him
he
making
doing?
videos or something. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I feel
oh,
like he's making
zero.
TikToks or something.
Yeah, that's about the path you got to take.
He might
And
be
then
doing
Carrie
something.
ends up killing himself. And then and so that's how the three brothers die. And then they had a brother. Their oldest brother, when they were growing up, was like 5 years old, and he died. Like when
He
he was
like
5.
drowned. He
And
like
then
seized up and drowned.
so that was 4 deaths of brothers in real life.
How
And
many
then-
brothers are there?
6.
So Addie sent us a Wikipedia after we watched it, and she said there was another brother who also committed suicide that they cut out of the film.
What?
I guess they cut him out because it was so wild and depressing that like it was almost too much as is.
That's what.
But it's crazy they cut him out.
So
of the
6
That's
brothers.
wild.
One died.
Imagine being the one brother cut out of the suicide film.
film. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's,
I'd be like, ah.
it's crazy.
What? I did it too.
Mine wasn't as important.
I think it all started when the
He must not have
brothers'
been as successful
intestines
At the
ruptured
suicide?
at the wrestling.
Oh.
because they were really
he
tight.
was successful.
They were all really tight, and I think once the first brother died, who was like the cool brother that kept everyone together, then they all just were like, "This sucks."
This is going downhill.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna do cocaine and shoot myself.
that was crazy, man.
Yeah, let's play your game.
Okay, best wrestlers of all time. Actually, no, that's not what it is. Your favorite wrestlers, because I differentiate in that because there's some really good wrestlers that I kind of missed out on in my era.
Okay.
You can say whatever. I mean, you can still say these names,
So
but
it's like
there's
people
like
we
some
grew up with?
guys. I'm just like I said, your favorite wrestlers,
Okay.
because there's some guys that will be named that are probably better than mine.
Yeah, but better's
like-
not favorite.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and then I'll just do my favorites. I got
Alright.
my list still.
All right,
Who's
who
going
wants to-
first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I will start with Jeff Hardy, favorite
Nice.
wrestler of all time.
Nice.
Okay, if you're
Who's
going,
next?
I'm gonna go Undertaker.
Ooh.
Nice.
I thought you were going to go Matt Hardy.
Matt Hardy?
You better take him off the list.
I mean, yeah, someone's got to grab him.
No,
I don't love Matt.
Matt Hardy sucked. Jeff
Did he?
Hardy was the
Jeff
only
Hardy
good
was the
I just
one-
didn't remember.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy was like the punk rock one. I thought he was
What
always
was Matt
slow.
Hardy doing?
Matt Hardy was on the ground. Jeff Hardy was soaring through the
Oh, I
skies.
thought they were both sores.
They were.
Matt Hardy.
Yeah, why are we hating on Matt Hardy?
He was lame.
He got
Why?
kind of like he just kind of got fat and like lazy, and he was riding Jeff's coattails.
You know, Jeff Hardy was
time
like-
bombing.
Maybe,
Jeff Hardy was
maybe
way
it was
cooler.
Matt being the base to Jeff's flying.
Maybe I mean they were like.
I don't think
they were-
y'all looking at it right. I stand by Matt Hardy.
I don't like hate Matt Hardy, but I mean for a top pick, it's crazy.
All right.
We'll give you a chance.
I'm gonna go Rey Mysterio.
Great pick.
Political
Yeah.
Buka, 6'9".
He was.
Thought I could get him in the
Those
second.
are my first 3 on my list.
Okay.
So, great pick. I'm gonna take this guy off the board. I didn't love him, but he was champion the whole time we grew up, and
Yeah.
I'm going John Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved
I was
him.
hoping.
I loved him
I
when I was
think
a
I
kid.
loved
Now I
him,
think
dude.
looking back and like
I
he's
never
kind of a
liked
dork.
him. I think he was too mainstream for me. He was too much of a
He
square.
was really mainstream.
He was-
Everyone
I loved
loved
his
him.
rapping
But you know
career.
what? When I was growing up, I wanted him to win. I hated Randy Orton. I was like,
yeah,
kick
I
his
did-
ass, John.
I did hate Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Batista.
Oh, that's a
Batista
good one.
bomb.
I used Batista in like 2006 WWE the whole time, and I would just do like the spear thing, and it.
That's
pissed
not
people
true.
off.
You were always Undertaker.
No, it was always Batista.
Yeah, I remember you going under.
You were Undertaker.
You guys are gonna go full this. I know my truth.
You were
I know.
Undertaker, man.
I was Batista.
Because you'd want to be Jeff Hardy, and I'd be like, no, I'm Jeff Hardy. Everyone knows I'm Jeff.
Everyone knows
Everyone
John
knows,
Jeff Hardy.
yeah. You're no high flyer.
I'm Beyonce always.
All right. Go for it.
I'm gonna go Big Show.
Nice. I love Big Show. He was my first one that got me
see
into it.
Big Show
Whoa.
at the start.
Okay.
I said
I'm gonna
Batista.
go HBK, Shawn Michaels.
And I really
Okay.
loved him.
He had a great finisher.
The
Sweet Chin
Swan-
Music.
Sweet
yeah,
Chin.
the double.
Yeah.
double knee
And
tap.
something happened with Shawn Michaels because when I knew Shawn Michaels, he was really skinny. But
Yeah.
when you looked at him when he was young, he was like super jacked. I think he got like sick or something, or like had cancer.
Yeah, I remember Shawn Michaels being a lean guy.
Yeah, he was a lean guy. He used to be like huge,
Massive?
massive.
Crazy. I'm gonna go Triple H.
Yeah,
Great one.
Good,
Yeah.
good pick. Good
Triple
pick.
H is a beast. Third round, definitely.
But Triple H, the reason I did Shawn Michaels for him.
Slow down a bit.
Yeah. You said something earlier that I let you slide on.
I won't let
Never
it
again. Triple H turned into a chotch.
Did he?
Did
feel
he?
like it.
Why?
Now he's. I think he married Vince McMahon's daughter,
Nice.
and now he's like
Back.
he's like a suit wearing guy in the WWE.
Okay.
He's been there the whole time.
he's
You
a
know,
suit man.
the generation now loves Randy Orton.
Yeah, he's a good
He's
guy
like
now.
a class,
good guy.
Yeah.
We
because
hated him,
So this is what
because
happens.
he transitioned because it was Randy Orton was the new guy. Oh,
Yeah,
we all
yeah.
hate the new guy, and then John Cena left to do movies and whatever.
And we've got good
and
guy.
then Randy Orton was like, "Oh, I've been here the longest. I guess I'm good guy now." And then a new guy.
Nice.
That's what happens. So yeah, WWE when you're new, you're a heel,
Yeah.
and then if you stay around long enough, you get your moment in the sun.
Is it too late for me to take away Triple H?
No. Yes.
Yes, because now we
Okay.
can't take them.
Yeah.
But I hope your
too
next
late.
pick comes back.
I
Too
got
late.
2 that I want to do.
All right, it's my turn. Right?
All right, go.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
See, that's Stone Cold's a great one, but that's
Yeah,
what
but
I was
that's all
saying.
time.
Is I didn't get to
But
enjoy
I still
it.
remember seeing
I would've picked Andre the Giant.
I'm not saying,
highlights
like-
on, and it like there would be times he'd come back and do like a little.
He
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
He
he
did come
come
back.
back,
He
come
did
back.
come back.
He had comebacks.
At the age we were watching it, he was still
No, I
like
didn't-
40.
yeah.
So like he
John
could still
316
come back.
vest or something.
Yeah,
Austin
Smash some
316.
beers. That's classic.
yeah, he was great. But like I said, I think and my friends would watch him who were a little bit ahead of us. I think we didn't start till like middle school.
Probably.
So like if you were
I started
watching in
elementary
elementary school,
school.
you got to see some
Like
some
third grade.
more Steve Austin. And like what's that movie? Longest Yard.
Yeah,
got, like, so many wrestlers in it.
He's X or whatever that
Yeah.
guy's name is.
Is he? No, I think he's
he
a
is.
guard. And then
Yes,
Goldberg
he
is
is.
X.
Yes.
I don't really never saw Goldberg, but I know he's a wrestler.
Yeah. Something there.
I would go with Edge.
Edge.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of
He
like
was a
Edge.
villain.
He was a villain, but he had a
Yeah.
great Edge spear, and he was a great villain. Love
Edge
to hate.
hater.
Good.
Ah, shoot. I gotta go with this guy, but I got a good mention afterwards.
Is he this big?
Hornswoggle.
Yeah.
I had
Zach loved
Hornswoggle
Hornswoggle.
t-shirts, dude.
Yeah, dude, Zach
I
loved
remember your
Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle.
Zach
What a
was
loser.
huge into WWE for a while.
Yeah.
He was going to be a WWE announcer.
Announcer.
He got the WWE mags.
Dang.
Like,
Yeah,
remember
I
getting
got
those.
him for like mom on every so occasion would give us pub subs and she'd buy me a WWE magazine and we would just be flipping through it and then you'd see like the
there were some shit
WWE
cages in
divas
there.
just
Yeah, the diva
tatas
pages.
out. I don't think mom knew that.
She
The
had
diva
no
pages were
way she
something
knew
Yeah,
special.
that.
we're at private school. Like,
like WWE Diva pillow fight.
yeah,
I remember
Mom
that
had no
page.
idea, dude. Because she was sending that
Never forget the
to
pillow fight.
a private school lunch. It was like I had porn on me.
You had softcore.
Yeah,
I
pretty
would get
much.
like a WWE mag and like a Mad magazine. Be like, here you go.
Yeah, but with this,
Yeah.
this is pretty bad. All right, final one.
I'm gonna go Mark Henry, World's Strongest Man.
I had him on my
Henry.
list. Mark
Yeah.
Henry, World's Strongest Man. I love how they just threw that in there. Like, did he
Yeah.
ever win a World's Strongest Man competition?
No,
Yeah, he was world strong.
He was legit.
Really?
Yeah.
He earned it.
Oh,
And I
wow.
loved him because he was just like wearing a singlet. It was just his name. Like,
Yeah, try very hard.
Mark Henry's a great name.
yeah,
Like,
to
that's
be
a
fair,
strong
but
name.
it was like he walked in off the street and was like, "I'm Mark Henry and I'm ready to be here."
But I'm the World's Strongest Man.
strong. Strong.
Yeah, I had him on my list.
All right, honorable mention.
Kane.
Kane
I was gonna
beast.
say, I was about to
Kane
say
was an honorable
Kane.
mention. I didn't throw him on there because he was just almost like too scary. He was like,
I liked
He
Kane.
was sketch.
he was scarier than the Undertaker.
He was way scary.
And he didn't even have like his intro or anything. He would just be like, I have no eyes.
He was like the devil.
I think he was, yeah.
Y'all ready for this bomb?
Yeah.
Umaga.
I had
Is that
him
the
on my
big
list.
Arabic dude?
Yeah,
he was like
like paint.
he had face or like tattoos like all over his
He
body.
was like
Oh, no.
Hawaiian.
Oh,
He
yeah.
died like
Who was the
while
Arabic?
we were
what
in
was
it.
the Arabic dude's name? He was also in Longest Yard.
Great Khali.
Great Khali.
Great Khali.
He's a monster. I
Yeah,
like
Great
Great
Khali.
Khali.
Great Khali was a good one.
Also, Booker T.
Booker T
Yeah.
was a good
I
one.
love Booker T for a minute.
Oh, Kurt Angle. I liked Kurt Angle, especially when I first got started. And he was also he was Olympian.
Yeah.
Was
so
he
he was a
really?
real wrestler.
Ah,
And then that's what got him into it.
that's
All
tight.
right, let's hear some of y'all's
Donald Trump.
the old people.
But it's funny
Oh
when-
yeah, when they like speared Trump or
Yeah.
something.
The Rock.
I would not have put The Rock on my list.
He was really good at like some of his promos and
Yeah.
stuff. Him and Steve Austin at the same time were really good.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
Macho Man.
Andre the Giant. I would have put Andre on my list if it wasn't like what John described
Yeah,
at the
yeah, I
beginning.
didn't know.
And then Stone Cold, we said him.
Ric Flair, I didn't like.
I didn't like Ric Flair. Like
I liked Randy Savage the most.
Randy Savage.
Randy
Macho
Savage.
Man.
I like the
Macho Man
dude with
Randy Savage.
the sock mitten.
Oh,
And he
yeah,
shoved a
yeah,
dirty
that's
sock in your
Socko.
mouth.
What was his name?
It starts with an M.
Mick Foley.
Mick Foley.
Mick
Yeah.
Foley.
Yeah.
No
What a
teeth.
nasty
Yeah, that guy was
dude.
crazy.
You know,
He was
he's
just a
in,
dirty guy.
He's in Peanut Butter Falcon.
Is he really?
Yeah,
He's like the
I love
referee at
Peanut
the
Butter
wrestling
Falcon.
match at the end.
Oh, thanks a lot. I'm gonna have to watch that movie
I love
tonight.
that movie.
I love
Great
that movie
one.
so much. Oh man, just having a kid with Down syndrome lead,
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah. He was a great actor.
Yeah, we were at
need
church
more of
today. It
those.
was funny. Me and Hudson went to church, and John and Taylor and Lou went to church, and John was like they were like doing like the intro before church started, and Hudson was like, "That's your brother," and I'm looking at this guy talking on the stage, and I'm like, "That doesn't look anything like John," and he's like, "No, that's your brother."
Yeah.
And John
That's
was like,
crazy. You're 2 rows apart.
Yeah.
I was laughing to myself the whole start of church, just thinking like, if we were 2 rows down, so like if there were 2 seats, and then like the usher like walked up to y'all and was like, "Are those 2 seats available?" And you're like, "Yeah," and then we like we fumbled past you, and then we were like, "What?" I would have loved if that's how it
Oh
happened.
man! Before y'all came, we got there pretty early because Taylor was like, "You gotta get there early for the kids drop off." Well, today it was really easy, so we were there at like 9:30. Starts at 9:45. Got into the auditorium. No one's in there. Me and Taylor sit down. I say, "I'm gonna go get some coffee." I go back and we have an empty row, and this old dude sat like. We sat at the very end, Taylor, me, and this old dude was preparing to sit down like right next to Taylor, and so I like swoop in. I'm like, "Oh, hey man!" I sat down. He sat right next to me.
Yeah,
And I was-
where'd he go?
Well, I was just sitting there so awkward and miserable that he was like, "I wonder where my wife is," and he's like, "Oh, there she is," and then he just like walked off. I think I was making him uncomfortable, but he started it.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
what was his objective? That was weird.
I don't know. Maybe he thought Taylor was alone. He was trying to be nice or something.
yeah.
I don't know.
It's church.
It's church.
He wasn't going to sit right next to her, but he sat right next to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Let me just
Bring it
get
in,
in
bud."
there."
Thanks for this.
Taylor was looking at me, and she just knew. She was dying laughing.
Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah, we had to go sit by him, but I do like having a free seat.
That was crazy. Any other honorable mentions?
No, I think I ran through all of mine.
Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
I hated him.
I don't really like him
Benoit.
either, but I remember when he came back. What did you say?
Don't say
Benoit.
that. Yeah, you can't.
That's
That's a movie. This is a tragic movie, but you can't make a movie about
Bro,
Chris
we-
Benoit.
No,
we used to
no.
go to Chris Benoit's house.
What?
Chris Benoit,
Taunton now.
yeah, well, yeah. But
yeah, it's definitely on.
I have friends that would take LSD and go over there, and he had a workout room with a bunch of mirrors.
I could wait. Is it
You're
like
saying after it happened, you
Yeah.
sicko?
wait?
Oh my
Because
god!
the house was like condemned or whatever, right? You know.
Is it?
I don't know. It's been sold since then, but for like a year, 2 years, no one would move into it, and so it was just an empty house. And some of the kids on that street
Yikes!
Psychos.
would take some Sid and go in there, and it's just like his workout room was just a bunch of mirrors, so you just stare at yourself and Chris Benoit's.
He's looking
Oh my
into his
God,
eyes
dude.
too much.
That's crazy.
Mom and dad like worked out at the same gym as him and like met him a couple of times.
Really, he was a nice guy, apparently.
Yeah, I hear he was a minch.
I mean, he went crazy because of CT and steroids.
Or yeah, jeez.
Okay, here's a question about wrestling. I get that it's fake, but which part? Like,
It's-
in this movie especially, like they would be like getting their ass kicked, and they would also like not discuss that they had like moves planned or
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
Like Zac Efron once he has like a chance against the world champion one time. And it's like his big moment to like make a move. And the guy throws him out of the ring and then like drops him on his back and like injures him really bad. And I'm like, damn.
Like loses all, he can't breathe, and he's like just completely immobile, and they're doing like a 10 count, and it gets to like 9, and Zac Efron's like literally like army crawling to the freaking arena or like the
Yeah.
ring to get back in, and his dad like after the match is over, Zac Efron's probably got like 6 broken
Sure
ribs.
took you a long time.
He's like, you were slow for the count. And he was like, I know, Pop, I know. I've never been hit that hard. I couldn't breathe. He was like, well, you took a long ass time.
I think in the WWE now, they know who's going to win, and then they have certain
It's way
moves
different.
planned, but pretty
This was like the
scripted.
70s or something.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
I did, like, back then, though, like, it didn't seem like it was as scripted.
Less scripted.
Yeah, and you had, like, your one big moment. If I was Zac Efron, I would have, like...
Kicked him in the nuts.
Or yeah, I would have won those fights. Like, I don't know, like when they were fighting Ric Flair, if they're like, "Hey, Ric Flair's supposed to win,"
Yeah.
and I'm like, I could, make a real big name for myself if I won.
You probably would have no name for
You
yourself
would?
afterwards. though.
Yeah, but could they do that to you? Because now you're the champion.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
here's the
their
deal.
thing. They could just be like,
They
he's
might be
not
pissed,
on.
but you're a champion. How are they just going to steal your belt? And all the fans are
They would
cheering.
find a way,
John
dude.
Knight.
I don't know. It's the same. They'd probably be like, he's not a part of the corporation anymore.
They'd be like, "You're fired. Your belt's gone." Or they would just,
Yeah.
if
Give it
they,
back to Ric Flair.
your next match would be a title match, and they would be like, "You're losing the belt, or you're fired."
Yeah.
But what Zac Efron needed to do, because he was fighting the heavyweight champion, but it wasn't for the belt, so he needed to lose that one. Put up a good fight, but lose that one, because you don't win against the heavyweight champion like in the contention round, and then also beat him.
True.
You don't win twice, so you need to lose the first one, win the second one for the belt.
Oh. So I have another game. The movie's called The Iron Claw, and it's based off their dad was a wrestler, and that's what started the whole thing. So he was like a professional wrestler, and he must have done okay because they had a nice house on a farm.
Well,
But-
he also was like running that whole
Yeah,
thing.
well, he must have been doing okay with that too.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's called The Iron Claw because it was like the name of his finishing move, where he would grab your head in his hand and he would squeeze
Look
it.
dumb.
Do you think you could do that to me and make it hurt?
I was actually gonna make this a game as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. I'll try an Iron Claw.
All right, come try. Let's just take turns Iron Claw.
Oh, great. So I gotta get Iron Claw.
Yeah.
I guess you're Iron Clawing both of us, and then we'll go around Iron Clawing.
All right,
Do
Zach.
something like this.
I've been doing a lot of grip strength training.
Oh yeah, that's
have you?
terrifying.
You might. All right.
It hurts, but I think I could.
Yeah, I smacked you in the head at first.
Yeah.
Do you want to get Iron Claw?
Yeah, we're all getting Iron Clawed.
Well, let's.
Hudson's got a noggin.
Yeah.
Hudson's got a
You got a big head, dude.
Yeah, that's light.
All right, let me see if I can squeeze your head to a pulp.
Okay.
Okay.
You got bigger hands. That was like both my temples at the
I don't
same
think I can
time.
get.
Yeah, still
He's
light.
got a massive noggin.
He's got a big head for the Iron Claw.
Oh, that was immediate pain. Don't stand in front of the camera.
I just been doing grip strength, dude. You're screwed.
Right there.
Ah, okay.
Are you left-handed?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. You got a strong thumb.
It's on the thumb, right? John's is definitely the best.
I would.
I'm gonna be like right at these two soft spots.
Right in the temples.
I was getting ready to play this game I was talking about with Taylor, and I said, I don't know how this is going to work. I said, tell me when this hurts. And so, anyway, that didn't hurt her. She just said, ooh. And I was like, all right, now I know.
That shit hurt.
I said, I got a lot more where that came from. I can make this Iron Claw thing hurt.
Oh yeah, I can make it hurt.
What were the best finishing moves in wrestling? Not like a draft, just like
I liked
619 was sick.
Yeah,
619 was sick.
the
When he would have
619
him
for
pinned
sure.
up against the thing.
He killed
and
a
then
guy with that.
Fly around. He
What?
didn't kill a guy with that.
Yeah, he did. But
When
it was
did
in
that
like
happen?
Mexico.
Oh, actually, I
Oh.
do believe he did.
Okay.
I do think that's true.
It's a true story.
That
How
was a
did-
crazy move.
Like
And
in
then
a
he
bar fight? Like what? Or in like a ring?
No, he's in Mexico in the ring
Okay.
doing the 619. If
Dude,
you pulled that out at a bar,
Like a stop sign or something. He's just 6'1".
That move was crazy. He grabbed the rope and then swing himself around and kick him.
Yeah.
That was sick. Swanton Bomb was sick.
Which one
Because
is
Jeff
that?
Hardy,
Okay.
that's why I loved him. He would jump off of heights just
Unknown.
and he would land. His move was to do half a flip and land like right on the back of his neck, basically, right on top of them.
He had to be on drugs and alcohol.
Oh, for sure.
There's a documentary
He was
about
so
Jeff Hardy.
punk rock.
Like, he was so punk rock.
He was so punk rock.
You
I don't know
remember
why
the motorcycles they had, like dirt bikes and all
We
that?
watched like a whole documentary on them.
Apparently, he
We
was
got way
hammered.
into it. We watched one on like Bret Hart, who we didn't even like.
We had
ever
Jeff
watch.
Hardy sleeves.
Yeah, dude.
I remember
this
your
a lot?
Dude, he was sick. I never understood why they didn't just like blow him up. Like they
Jeff
were.
Hardy?
Because he was drunk as a
Jeff
skunk
Hardy
most
was
of the
blown
time.
up.
He was never like a top 5 guy that does like.
I feel like he was. I feel like I remember seeing him on the cover of all those magazines and stuff.
You think?
Yeah.
He was a light top 10.
I feel like he was on like a top
I
10
don't
because you had like John Cena, Batista, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Rey
Randy
It's easier
Mysterio,
to be
Randy Orton.
big and like a big dude.
Batista Bomb was a great move.
Yeah. I was
Tombstone
up
pile
with this.
driver.
Tombstone.
Love me a
Any
Tombstone
choke
pile
slam,
driver.
especially a one-handed choke
One-handed
slam.
choke.
Oh yeah, was that like that was just called a choke slam when Undertaker did it?
Yeah.
And you can see them like jump to help.
Yeah.
I like
I mean,
those.
he still would hold these big dudes way up
Oh,
there. I mean, and then I always Umaga would like take his
With the
thumb
thumb.
and just
Yeah,
Just a throat jab.
yeah.
What would your finishing move be?
I mean, probably like something simple like the Iron Claw.
double
Yeah.
eye poke.
I mean, like the evil elbow.
Yeah. Didn't someone eye poke?
Who poked as a finisher?
I don't think it was a
I'm gonna
finisher.
poke you in the eye.
I feel like people got eye poked, and
Who
then
was-
I remember like people doing this to the eye poke.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It was
yeah,
like-
yeah.
Love a good eye poke.
The lamest.
WWE.
Yeah. Who are some of the lamest guys?
I mean,
I
I
don't
couldn't
know.
even name them because I was just like, you know
yeah,
who?
good.
You know who-
JBL. Remember him?
Oh, JBL was like, I mean, I respect the shit out of that dude because when I saw him on Fox News, I was like, what is he
And you know
doing
what's
here?
so funny about seeing him on Fox News is he was one of the guys who wore like just undies.
Yeah.
You know, to be a just underwear guy, and then your
That's
main
what they
job is
want.
being on Fox News.
Yeah,
and
like
you
we
do
knew
this
him.
as a side thing.
We knew him as like JBL and we hated him, but he was some
John Bradshaw.
financier.
Yeah, John Bradshaw or something.
You know who went
Newman.
unnoticed as top? Kofi Kingston.
What
I
about
loved
him?
Kofi
Oh, yeah,
Kingston
he
for
was
a
cool.
minute. He was beast.
He was like a Jamaican guy.
Yeah, but he's from like Brooklyn.
What was that other
He's
like
not Jamaican.
huge black dude? John Lashley? I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got a game. Iron Claw.
Oh,
game was
another.
funny.
There was a guy named Carlito. He was lame.
I vaguely remember Carlito.
Carlito. I feel like Carlito was hilarious.
Yeah.
Was he funny?
He was a good time.
He had
But he was
and then
lame.
there was
He
that
liked
really
more like-
pretty boy looking guy with like the long hair. I think his name was John.
Miz.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like
John Morrison.
John Morrison.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
He was on Survivor.
The
I
Miz
think.
and John
Was he?
Morrison were like, The Miz was definitely on it.
The Miz is like still popping
He's
off.
mad
And
famous. I think
like,
he's got
yeah,
his own WWE.
Yeah, he's
The blue one. I don't
Yeah.
know what it's called.
All right, my game.
yeah.
You guys can work together on this. It's out of 7. Blind rank these brothers.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to go first off Wilson brothers. So Owen Wilson and his brother.
Okay.
Out of 7,
Yep.
they're good. I'd probably put them around like 4.
Being one's the best, right?
Yeah, you're good with 4.
Yeah, I'm good with 4.
All right, so we're putting the Wilson brothers at 4. Now we got the Hemsworth brothers.
Who are some really
We
bad?
should have put the Wilson brothers higher.
Yeah, probably like 3, but yeah, because
Like
that
2, maybe.
who are there like really evil brothers that exist?
Evil
Because that's gonna
brothers.
make us be like Adolf Hitler and he's done that.
And Lutz Hitler.
Adolf Hitler and Dusseldorf Hitler.
He always gets you with this kind of shit.
Right.
And then we're like, oh, well, we only have number 1 left.
John put Judas pretty high up on one of his lists.
What was that one?
It was like biggest cowards in history or something like
That I
that.
go on Judas and he
All
was
right,
like,
Hemsworth brothers.
I'm
Oh,
going
God.
like 6.
You got the and this is including the third brother.
You don't
who
think
is
that there's a
unknown
couple
to-
really bad ones?
All right, fine, 5.
5. Let's do
All right,
5.
5. All right, so we got the Hemsworth brothers at 5. We got Prince Henry and William, the
my
Princes of
God.
England.
Put them last.
You think?
I'm not a big fan of them.
I'm not a big fan.
I think we gotta save a spot for Adolf.
Adolf doesn't have a brother,
Yeah,
I don't think.
Yeah, but there's gotta be someone evil. we're
I'm
not
just
thinking of.
really regretting putting the Wilson brothers at 4.
Yeah, they should have
You
been
guys should
higher.
have thought about it.
I really thought there'd be like 3 really good ones. He's not
All right,
hitting us.
we gotta put them last
All right, put him
7?
at 7. Yeah, put him
Yeah.
at
Okay.
7.
for America.
Who was this again?
The Royal Family brothers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Not a big
trash.
fan. All right, we're going to go Edwin and John Wilkes Booth. Edwin was
What did Edwin do?
Edwin was mad famous before his brother. He
Okay.
was like the famous brother.
What did he do? Famous
Actor.
for what?
Oh,
just
so
an
he was
actor.
all right.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
one out of the
we'll
two.
throw him a 3 spot.
Throw him at the
We still
three.
have 6 available.
We got the Wilkes
Oh, we
Booth
have
in the
6
three.
available?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll throw him at 6
Throw
then.
him at 6, okay.
All right.
So we have 4, 5, 6, and 7 taken.
Damn, we only have 1, 2, and 3 left.
Ben and Casey Affleck.
Okay.
I'll put them at 3.
3.
We got to go higher because if there's he's gonna pull out another bad one. I feel like
Yeah.
you're being way too fast with it.
All right,
I'm thinking
all right.
either 1 or 2.
All right, put the Affleck at 2.
We'll put him
Okay.
at 2. I like Casey Affleck.
Yeah, he's
I like
good.
Ben Affleck too.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I like this one a lot. The Knight Brothers.
Okay,
Oh.
we're going.
We gotta put him at 1.
Yeah, we'll put him at 1.
Put him at 1, and at the number 3 spot, we got Cain and Abel.
Hey,
guess.
Abel was a
Pretty good
guy.
brothers.
Yeah, without Cain and Abel, they were necessary.
Yeah, they were necessary.
So they're number 3.
I think I'm still happy with that.
Yeah, it ain't awful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got Knight Brothers, good. Ben and Casey Affleck, Cain and Abel, Wilson Brothers, the Hemsworth Brothers, Edwin and John Wilkes Booth, Prince Henry and William.
Honestly,
hardly
I'm
change
really,
it. It's not
yeah, I was about to say I don't think I changed it at all.
Pretty good.
I might switch.
Maybe I touch Cain and
the
Abel and
Wilson
Owen
brothers,
Wilson's.
Yeah,
But like, I can't douche
but I'm okay
Abel
with
that much.
Just because
I mean,
of
Yeah.
Cain's
yeah,
mistakes.
just because of Cain.
Just because of Cain's
Just saying with
mistakes.
Edwin and John Wilkes Booth. Everyone was just killing it in the thing.
And I will confidently say that between the brothers, the royal family brothers have killed a lot more.
Oh,
folks
they're probably way worse than most of these
Wilkes
guys.
brothers.
Yeah,
they're
that was
bad.
hilarious. I said, I just know he's gonna pull out a bad one.
Yeah, and you guys still.
Edwin?
How did you find out?
Yeah,
How
how'd
did
you
you?
find
I
out?
Google search like worst brother duo in history.
And that came up.
Yeah, it was
Edwin
like
really got
Edwin and
douched. He
John
didn't-
Wilkes
He didn't do
Booth.
anything wrong.
I know he was just acting.
That's hilarious.
All right, we're right at about an hour. Y'all good?
Yeah, that's fun.
Hudson, will you click the intro on that?
Oh, okay. Let me just check
Hold
my
up.
notes
Just
because
get ready to do it.
I just thought of something else. I never really looked at my notes. When we were watching this film, there was this commercial beforehand, and it was like about Alaskan athletes or something.
About what?
Oh no, this was so funny. Me and
So
John were
this
Did you
dying.
say about light skinned athletes?
No, Alaskan.
Alaskan.
So this kid quotes.
These kids look like Eskimos. They're all like 5'5", and they're like my dreams. Huh?
Inuits.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Eskimos like the N word.
Nuh-uh.
Yep.
It can't.
It's
be,
not that
It can't be quite the N word because he
Yeah.
literally just said Eskimo.
True.
And you
That's-
wouldn't do
that's
that with
so
the N
true.
word.
That's good. But
Also, I don't think I'm going
it's-
to be walking down Georgia and they're going to be like, I heard what you said.
I'm saying the E word more.
The E word. So this kid gets on the commercial, which I don't know what the commercial is for.
Yeah.
But this part made me laugh. Quote: if you're an Alaskan athlete, there's a 3% chance of you making it to the NBA.
It's pretty solid.
He said, no, that's what me and John
That's
said.
crazy.
They were like, damn.
Really turning them out there.
He said, if you're an Alaskan athlete, there's a 3% chance of making it to the NBA. But I think that's better than 0. And me and John are like,
Hell yeah.
this kid
it is.
does not have a 3% chance.
He must have been like 0.0 0.03% chance.
Yeah,
it must have been crazy bad.
That kid went on to be Dwight Howard.
Yeah, that was a hilarious stat. I had no idea there was that many Alaskans in the NBA.
That is crazy.
This was a decent movie for an A23 movie. Some of those get weird. And there were some previews.
It's A24, isn't it?
A24, thank you. A23, you do not want to watch one of those. It's just someone like with their camcorder.
Yeah, the one with the Twilight that looks bad.
Have y'all heard of his first movie?
Whose?
I'm pretty sure it's the guy that made A24.
Oh, what's his first movie?
Like it's called like Meet the Johnsons or something like that. It's like his dissertation or like his last movie for film school. It's like
Terrible.
it's awful to watch. I don't even want to say the plot because it's disgusting.
Oh, it's gross. Huh?
Yeah, it's just really gross.
Have you seen a movie called Gummo?
No, but Ava was talking about it.
So yeah, well, I mean, that's why I brought it up.
Yeah.
She said, you guys gotta watch Gummo. And then she was like, you guys gotta watch Kids. And I was like,
Kids is terrible.
Kids is terrible?
Awful. It's a smut parade.
Oh, is it?
It has
Yeah.
no content besides look at these British kids do terrible things.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
That's kind of how Clockwork Orange is.
Yeah,
Like,
Clockwork
before
Orange
it
is
gets... I hate that
interesting
movie, man.
though. Like it has like
Did we watch Clockwork Orange?
No, and thank God, because I was like, oh, I want to watch Clockwork Orange. And I was like, maybe I'll put it on that thing. And then one day I was like, I've been talking about this for a while. I'll just watch it. And it is like so gross.
yeah, but
it's like-
Clockwork Orange is a good movie though because it's like
I get it had a point afterwards, but it was like, yeah, no, I don't
it's
like
like
it. It's not
watching a
my thing.
psychopath. Though.
This
But
guy
it's
watched
about, like-
Saltburn.
Oh,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
bad was that?
If you took out 3 scenes, it would have been a good movie.
Yeah.
But there's 3 disgusting
But those 3
scenes.
scenes, well, really 2 scenes. The one with him in the grave isn't really that great. I mean, he's like having sex with the grave, which when you say it is gross, but like it's really just him humping the dirt.
He's
But,
just
like-
like some dirt.
But
In Clockwork Orange, it's like, it's this like kid in England and he like rapes a lady and he gets
Yeah.
caught and he goes to jail. But like the whole part when he's being gross and like, it is really just
he's just like
disturbing.
a psycho. So it's just like it's interesting what the whole
Well, then they
psycho
do
thing.
shock therapy on him, and that's the whole thing.
Yeah, and
Kinda
the,
works,
Does he
too.
turn
the
like
filmography's cool.
Yeah, that's
The
like,
lobotomized
cinematography,
little-
it's
whatever.
crazy though because it's old, and I'm like, you can't recognize who this person is. But if you look at him nowadays, he's the main character is the old dude from Get Smart, Siegfried.
what?
You know
weird.
that guy?
Yeah,
And so
Crazy. Anthony Hopkins?
it's not Anthony Hopkins, but
Oh, yeah, that's
similar vibes.
Yeah, he looks
And
like Anthony
He
Hopkins.
grows up to it'd be him.
yeah.
But I hated that movie. But Ava likes a bunch of movies like that, so maybe if I'm just going to watch one, I'll watch Gummo. I don't like
Yeah.
these, I guess they're called coming of age movies, where it's just like teenagers doing nothing.
Yeah,
Except for like
yeah. That's
drinking
what,
and smoking and skating.
Kids
and not,
is like unrelatable to the point where it's like that show. What's that? Euphoria. That
I
popular show
haven't
now.
seen that, but I was.
It's bad
I've
because
watched
it's
it.
like it's like acting like kids are like part of the Sopranos or something. Like
Yeah, like
it's like
so much worse than they are.
yeah, it'll have like an 8-year-old
And
selling
then they like
crack.
try and trick you
it's
into
like a
thinking
normal
like that's
school.
what kids are doing,
That's
and
what
I'm
I'm
like,
saying.
that's
It was
not
like,
true.
kid-
Like
that's
maybe
a
they've
tough
gotten
crowd.
worse, but I wasn't a kid even that
No,
long ago. Okay,
yeah.
so I was in high school, and it was not like
You were doing bad
Ridiculous.
things, but not that bad.
not that bad.
And the only saving grace about Euphoria was that one dude who literally died. So they should just stop the whole show.
Who?
Oh,
The
you
dude
mean
that
he
looked
was
like
a saving
Mac
grace
Miller?
as a character?
Yeah.
he died.
Did
Yeah,
he
he
commit
died.
suicide?
Probably. I think he like overdosed. It was
I
probably
didn't know he
intentional.
died.
Dang.
Just like old
I did
Michael
hear. I
Mills.
just never watched it. I heard about what it was, and I was like, it
Fizz.
sounds gross. I think it sounds like, I don't know, normalizing that kind of stuff for kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Gross.
And it makes it seem like it's a kid's show. Like like if you're in high school, you should be watching this.
Yeah, I think it's kind of freaked up.
Yeah, very much so.
Anyways,
All right.
good episode.
Intro us out.
Yeah.
Movie night. Movie night. Movie night, ain't no doubt. We about to watch one. Movie night, turn it on. Gotta get it started. Let's watch a movie tonight. 'Cause movie nights are always the best of times. Got to keep on watching.